friends. I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you so much. Miss Miller here, your art teacher, in case you forgot about me already. Hopefully you have not. But I am here today to make some art with you guys. I was thinking, there's a quote that's been coming to my mind. When it rains, look for the rainbows, and when it's dark, look to the stars. So I was thinking that we would create rainbows today. And we can do that by painting. If you have crayons at home, you can use your crayons. If you got construction paper, cut it out and glue it. But if you don't have paint, I am actually going to show you how you can create a rainbow by using food coloring today. If you've got food coloring at home, you can try and use food coloring as watercolor paints. I've got red, yellow, and blue, our three primary colors that we are going to mix together today to create a rainbow. My idea behind these rainbows, boys and girls, is that rainbows are super uplifting. When we make art, sometimes we make it for ourselves because it makes us feel good to create art and be creative. It does for me. But then also we can make art for other people to enjoy. And rainbows are super uplifting. It does not matter how old you are. When you see a rainbow after the storm, it is certain to bring a smile to your face. So my thought is that we are going to create these rainbows, and I'd love for you, when you're finished with them, to put them up in a window of your home so that your classmates and your neighborhood can see the rainbows that you've created, your neighbors, the community, and I will even come around and drive through your neighborhoods and check out the artwork that you've done too, because I would love to see what you've created. I miss you guys very, very much. So let's get started. Okay, so I already have my blue and my yellow mixed up, but I want to show you how I mixed those. I took just my food coloring and I added about 3 drops to a dish. Now you guys can use a lid or a cup, whatever you might have. Again, please make sure that you're asking for your parents' permission before making a mess. I added 3 drops of food coloring, and now I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, probably about 1 tablespoon if you're measuring. But I'm just adding a little bit of water, just about that much, just so that I can get a good color. If you add too much water, it's gonna be a little diluted. Oopsies, I got a little bit of water on my paper. That's all right. Wiped it off. All right, so now I've got basically a liquid watercolor created from food coloring. I'm going to use a paintbrush to paint today, but if you do not even have a paintbrush at home, that is fine. Maybe you can use some Q-tips, some cotton balls. Be mindful that if you get it on your hands, it might stay there for a while. But there are different things that you guys can use. And again, I encourage you guys to be creative and use what you can find at home. So here I have, I'll save some water to make sure I'm washing out my paintbrush. I'm going to start with red first. You don't have to make your rainbow look exactly like mine. You can be creative and maybe just do half of a rainbow. I'm going to do a standard rainbow. And it's going to go from one side to the other, upside down letter U. I'm going to start with the red, swish, swish, kiss, kiss, and I'm going to go up and over, just like this, all the way across, up and over. Swish, swish, kiss, kiss to the side so I'm not dripping. Swish, swish, kiss, kiss. Remember, we are kissing the hair with the brush to the side of the cup so that we don't drip and make a mess. I'm painting this, now I've done the red, but I'm also gonna kind of make it a little bit thicker because some of this red is going to be mixed with yellow to make orange. There we go, just like that. Now I'm gonna take the red out of my brush by swishing in the water, kissing it to the side so that I'm not dripping and making a mess. Now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of yellow paint, swish, swish, kiss, kiss. And I'm going to actually paint the yellow right over the edge. Pick up a little bit more. Right over the edge of the red. That red and yellow are going to mix together and looking very pretty so far, if I must say, to make orange. Red and yellow make orange. So I'm doing a little bit on the edge of this red, going up and down, just like this. Once I've done that, I'm going to make the yellow just a little bit thicker because the yellow I'm going to mix to make green with the blue. So there we go. Taking my yellow out of my brush by swishing and kissing to the side. Now I'm going to get a little bit of blue paint. And you can see it's already beginning to mix with the yellow to make green. Just like this. And kind of go over it a little bit so it blends nicely. Now that I've done that, I'm going to pick up a little bit more blue and make that blue line a little bit thicker now because I am going to add just a little bit of red to the blue to make purple. All right, let's see. There we are. Swish, swish, kiss, kiss, and now I'm going to go back to the red, pick up just a tiny bit of red, and I'm going to add just a little bit of red. Whoops, I added a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm going to go back and fix it. So here, I've got the blue and the red mixing together to make purple. Swish, swish, kiss, kiss. I'm going to fix this little part right here by adding a little bit more blue. All right. Now, you can leave it like this with the white background if you choose. I am going to actually probably add a blue sky, a little bit of a light blue sky by adding a little bit of water first. I'm going to start at the top because this might be a little more dry and I don't want my colors to kind of run together where the paper is still wet. So at the top it's a little more dry. I'm going to start by just adding a little bit of water. This is called a wash. Just adding a little bit of water first. That way I can get a lighter value. Remember, value is the lightness or darkness of a color. So that way I'm getting a bit of a lighter blue. Because I'm diluting it by adding a little bit more water to it. You can also do this in the cup so that if you're worried about getting too much water on your paper. Adding a little bit more blue down here. And there I'm done. So I'm going to put this someplace safe to dry, and once it's dry, I'm going to go hang it up in my window, and I'm going to love to come around and check out what you guys have done. Now, if you don't have food coloring at home, you do not need to paint one. If you have crayons and markers, check it out. You can just draw one using crayons and markers. Here's another one that I've done for my 4th and 5th grade friends. I did one in the style of Keith Haring since that's what we were working on before we left. And here is one more that I did. I wanted to add a sun to it also, so I added a little sun to the background of this one.